All right. It's going to start going. So you can kind of like take this for a second so I can go over here.
Sure.
That way I can go over here and drop the link.
Just standing here boiling some eggs. Hello, Lady Di. What's up? What's up, Chum said? B-Man. Minnie Nuckin. Hello. How are you all? Hello, everyone coming in. Yeah, nothing good. That's what we're hearing. Terribly sorry to hear about the recent loss. It's never easy. I don't really know what to say. Except that, yeah, you can't really put into words how it feels. I've lost both of my parents already, and it was not fun. It's not a fun time. Um, Honestly, I barely remember. It was like a weekend of just shock, and the odd thing is I knew both my parents were going to pass. They had cancer, so it wasn't a big surprise. But you know, he's working on it right now. It should be what?
There's a link in the description.
There's a link in the description.
For some reason, it's not coming up on the laptop, so I can't drop it.
There's a little bit of a lag here, so it's not coming up on his laptop quite yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So, yes, apparently Nuckin Futs' mother passed, and she has no way to get there, and she needs to get there. So, we're all gonna help. We don't have all the particulars, but yes, anytime this situation happens, it's costly. So we're Lincoln. Hello, how are ya? Welcome everyone. Uh, yep. Lincoln, get ready for a link. There's one coming your way. Maybe you can help out a little bit. Jenny, hey Jenny, how are ya? Jenny can drop the link. Yep. He can't drop it from his laptop. He's having problems. So there we go. There, Nightbot just got it, I guess. Thanks to whoever grabbed it or put it up. Thank you very much.
Nightbot grabbed it. Jenny did it.
Yep. Thanks, Jenny. Anyway, yeah, it's
I don't really have any particulars on it, so.
Yeah, we don't know anything. That's all we really know. But what we know is that when someone within our little community here needs help, we'll help. Just like when everybody was out here and Road had a little problem. It was kind of like a heat stroke, sort of. And I know that without having all of you guys there and helping, I don't know what would happen. So we all band together. That's what family does. So here we are. We're here to offer our condolences. We're here to offer any kind of support we can, whether it be monetary, which is much needed, or maybe just a listening ear if you can't contribute. Any kind of, anyway, yeah, it's been a, yeah, it is, Mommy of Many. I hope she makes it home. I hope we gather enough to help her get home real quick. And I hope we can help out with anything else she needs. I have no idea what she might need. I'm sure she can fill us in. I'm sure she will. But I'm glad to see everybody in here. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Today especially. Um,
Yeah, I'm kind of useless here.
well, I kind of feel like I have a different outlook on death than a lot of people. Um, Depending upon the situation, of course. But, for example, my dad suffered with leukemia on and off for 10 years. So his passing was almost a blessing, you know? After that long of suffrage, peace and freedom from pain is what anybody would wish for, you know? So, it's only hard on the living, you know? We all know this. You know, that's what, you know, all the gatherings following a death are all about usually, you know? It's, you know, but, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of shocked, really, but, you know, these things happen. Uh, I mean, I mean that in the best possible way. I mean, you know, we're born, and every day we're alive, we move closer toward what is inevitable, mortality. It's a tough one, you know. I guess, yeah, I guess I look at it a little differently, maybe because I don't look at it like an ending. To me, it's like a surprise. We all have to do it. We're all going to get there. You know, we don't get any carry-on luggage. Sometimes we don't get to say goodbye. You know, to me, it's like just another step in the journey. And it's a surprise. So when my time comes, I don't want any wakes or funerals or anybody to be, you know, freaking out or anything. I would like people to just, you know, have good memories and, or not so good, you know. I mean, I'm not perfect. But yeah, I would like people to remember, you know, the fun we had, things we talked about. So, you know, death is a subject that's tough to talk about sometimes, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You know, I don't think we should hide it from our children. I think, you know, they should learn right off the bat that, you know, as soon as they're able to understand that, you know, every day of life is a gift, and you just don't know. You know, nothing is promised. Nothing is promised, man. You know, nothing is free. Nothing is promised. We're born. We live. We go on a journey, a long journey, and hopefully we find something good along the way. And what's up, Tommy? What's up, everybody who joined us? We're here right now to help Nuckin. So, yeah, Sonny, I get it. That is tough right there. I don't know that I could have handled that not as well as, and I didn't handle my parents passing well as an adult, even though I knew ahead of time that they were leaving soon, you know. Yeah, it's sad. It is sad, and the only good part of it is if you can find some peace, you know, in knowing that they went to a better place, you know, that it's not, I don't know, I don't buy organized religion's whole idea of, you know, the pearly gates or fire and brimstone. Those are your choices. I don't buy that, you know. I don't know what's next. It's going to be a surprise. You know, hopefully it's a great one. We don't know. Nobody has come back to tell us. So to every one of us, it's going to be a big surprise. So, let's hope that, I think the best thing that we can hope for is that we all go quickly, quietly, without a long, prolonged, any prolonged suffering. And in this case, I hope that's what happened. I hope it was, you know, I hope there's some peace to be found. So, anywho, we got some rain today. Sprinkled a little, but I did not see a rainbow, even though the sun was out. It was very strange. It's been a strange day. My joints are screaming. My bones are on fire. So I knew the barometric pressure was, I knew it was going to change. I knew that was coming. I knew the weather was going to be here. So.
Yeah, my phone got so everything turned crap on me.
Lady Di said to thank you for it. It is working. Donations are going in. So.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
I knew the pool would work. I just had no way to post it with my cat.
Yeah, his laptop. There's like a lag there or something, and he couldn't get the link in.
Thankfully, Jenny was here.
Jenny grabbed it. Nightbot has it. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for putting in. That's wonderful. Anything that can help Nuckin get to her mother's, get to her family, would be greatly appreciated.
There's going to be expenses.
Yeah, it's not just getting her there.
I went through a lot of expenses when my dad died in my
when
arms.
my parents passed away. Oh my God,
there were so many things I never thought of.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what, how you frame the whole thing. Whether it's under a religion where there's a wake and a funeral, or whether you're talking cremation, or whatever kind of burial you're talking about, or whatever. There are expenses, big expenses.
So many.
Even the simplest of cremations is several $1,000s. It's ridiculous. It's too costly to die. I mean, let's throw a little humor in here too. It's a racket. It's costly to pass away. So.
Yeah, they get you good.
Yeah, they hit you hard, from every end. It doesn't matter what it is, The church calls it a donation. I don't know if I'd call it that, but they won't do anything until you do donate. And we're talking about a religion that is wealthy beyond compare. Catholicism, I'm talking about, of course. But
I know nothing about religion. So.
Yeah, I didn't know Nuckin's mother. I had never met her, hadn't really talked about her. I don't know whether she was ill or had any kind of an issue. I have no idea. What I do know is that Nuckin is in a lot of pain and a lot of shock. She's gonna need support. So, we're talking about financial, and she's gonna need an ear, a good ear, and she's gonna need a shoulder. So maybe as a community we can provide those things for her. And it's gonna take time. Everything takes time. I am more than happy. We were more than happy to do this. This is the least we can do. This is the very least we can do. And if it helps, then that's what we want to do. Yeah, don't thank us. We would do the same for anyone, within our family or outside of it, actually. I mean, it doesn't cost us anything, to put up a link that, where others who are more liquid, can help. When my parents passed, I mean, each one, I was shocked at the costs. Good Lord, and they had insurance. They had life insurance, so a lot of those costs were already covered, but
A lot of them weren't.
a lot of them weren't. I mean, we weren't expecting to have to get a bigger urn. To have both my dad and mother fit in the same one. Um,
My dad was a World War II vet, and huh, I'll tell you what, they didn't give him much anything.
yeah,
They
the VA doesn't hand you a lot when you go
They
if
gave
you
him
belong to them.
gave him a flag for his service in
I
World
think
War
we got
II.
$250 for my dad.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember
what
exactly. It was
monetary,
very small.
but I do remember
Yeah.
them giving us a folded flag because he served in World War II.
Yeah, we have one of those in the closet too. But
That's some great big thing for
it's
all
not.
those people did,
It's not a piece of material that costs what? Probably not even made in the USA.
Probably not.
To have the government, the army or whatever, give you a flag. I get the symbolism, and for those of you that have been there, I get it. It just seems like kind of a bit of a slap in the face, That's a good thing, Trump said, if that's the way you want to go. Trump says every veteran and spouse has a plot in a national cemetery, no charge. That's if that's how you want to go, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if that, but I mean, they don't pick up the tab for a cremation. They don't pick up.
I know that my dad
any other expenses.
He wanted to be burned just like my mom was. So
right.
That's what we did.
Right. That's how my parents wanted to be. Okay, let's inject a little bit of humor here. Okay, death is a morose subject. It's sad. So I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. Okay. So my dad was sick with leukemia on and off for about 10 years, and when he passed, it was kind of a blessing. No more suffering, no more pain. Because my dad was old school. He didn't even take an aspirin when he was sick. So when he passed, so my mom, bought an urn or it's actually a little marble box, granite box, whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful, but nonetheless. So he was cremated and his ashes went in there. And her wish when she passed was to be cremated and have her ashes put in the same container. And then we would, as a family, bury that container where her grandparents, her parents were buried, right? Okay, so, little sidebar here. I went to school with the guy in our hometown, with a mortician. Yeah, they run the local funeral home. And he and I used to party together, right? Okay. The odd thing is my mother went to school with his father, so she knew, it was already assumed that that's where they would go and blah, blah, blah. So one day I get, my mom passed away, right? Like a year after my dad. She passed away of acute leukemia, which is kind of weird, and we're thinking a little psychosomatic. But anyway, she was very lonely. They were married for over 50 years, right? So I get a call from Jim, the guy at the mortician, and he says, I have a little problem here. We can't get all of the ash remains in the container that you have. Do you guys want to look at larger ones, or what do I do here? What do you want me to do? And I said, well, what do you think? How much more is it gonna, would the cost be to get the next size up so we can fit them all? And we're talking a couple $1,000s, again, above and beyond, okay? So we don't have that kind of money. So I'm like, well, let me ask you a question. When you can't fit everything in the preferred container, what do you do with the excess? And he said, we just dump it, or it goes in another urn. It's not that big of a deal. They're just ashes, I mean, let's be honest, And I'm like, well, go ahead and get rid of the excess, because I don't have a couple $1,000s above and beyond. So somewhere there's a little bit of my mom and dad We don't know where. We don't care. It's the memories. It's the memories, you know? I think what messed me up was the wakes and funerals, because even though they did a great job, it's not the same. And if I hadn't been the oldest child, I don't think I would have attended. Um, it's not something I wanted to attend, but I didn't really have a choice. So I have a lot of chat to catch up on here. I am so happy that you guys all joining me here. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up at this. There we go. Yep. Yeah, 250 bucks is nothing, man. I think that's what my dad got. It was a ridiculous amount. What do they expect you to do with that? That hardly even covers groceries anymore, right? Is that the one from inside the shower, or no?
No.
Okay, good. Okay. I am very glad you guys are all here. Witchbits, welcome. Um, that's excellent. Trump said. Yeah, you know, that was the thing, Lady Di, is that I don't think my parents realized that the life insurance policies that they had weren't going to be quite enough. You know what I mean? And I mean, just within the last couple of decades, prices have like just on everything have skyrocketed to the point where, you know, things are just doubling, just rapidly, you know, and our ability to pay is not rising as rapidly. That's the problem.
Hyperinflation.
But, oh, bouncer. You can be humorous if you want. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Thank you, though. I appreciate the sentiment. We all do, I think. But anyway, yeah, it's not the greatest of reasons. You know, I mean, it's not what you want to. You know, a reason that you want to gather for, that you want to have to gather for, is, you know, a death within the community. But um, you know, I know this community, I know quite a few of the people in it, and I know that everybody will pull together and we'll be able to help, you know. I know we'll be able to at least make a bit of a dent, you know, so. Yeah, insurance companies are absolutely heartless, and it's not just heartless, you know, they're pretty much betting on your death, you know, and, you know, the whole pre-existing thing, and, you know, they want to know, you know, what you've done throughout your life, you know, and your just everything, you know.
Smoke.
Yeah, you know, do you smoke? Do you drink? Have you ever done drugs? Blah 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 blah. What do you know? What's your health condition? You know, just all the stuff. What kind of medications you take? None of your fucking business. You gonna cover me or not? I'm getting life insurance, not health insurance.
Oh, we found out you smoked a cigarette in 1962. We're
Yeah,
not
we
paying.
can't cover you now.
We found a nanogram
Yeah, you
of
smoked for
nicotine.
a week. Oh, you know, 20 years ago.
You were at a
No.
bar with
Yeah, I don't know.
nicotine.
You know.
Now you're not covered.
But anyway, yeah. Yeah, burial plots are not cheap. Neither are headstones. None of it is inexpensive. Even
They even bumped the price of funeral flowers.
pine boxes aren't cheap either. I mean, seriously, man. You know, you look at some of the really nice caskets out there. Oh, wow, wow. The price tags, just everything. The flowers, the everything. You know, the mass. Like I said, you have to donate. You know, and we're not talking like, you know, 25, 50 bucks. We're talking hundreds of dollars, you know, and that's above and beyond, you know, for a priest to give us whatever they do, blessing or whatever. I don't even throw me on a funeral pyre, Trump. Bury me under a rose bush. I don't give a shit. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, man. That's cool, Minnie Nuckin, no problem.
When I'm gone, I'm gone.
Yeah, when I'm gone, man. I won't be within this body. This vessel will be empty. So does it really matter? Not to me. If I die first, Road will taxidermy me. How's that?
I ain't going through that.
Nah, that's too much. He doesn't even like doing squirrels.
That's too much work.
So, eating with the top boss. We are
That's Emma.
okay, Emma. We're alive for a specific reason. Nuckin's mother passed away, and we are running a pool right now, trying to get her there. And that is first.
She's watching,
Um,
she's a WWE fan.
yeah, we were gonna watch UFC tonight, but you know what? This is more important. It's more important that the community pull together right now and offer whatever they can, whether it's, in monetary form to help, whether it's, just to show your support, an ear, a shoulder, whatever, help down the line, whatever. I don't know what the circumstances are. I don't know what they're gonna need. All I know is that Nuckin's mother passed away, and I know that, I've lost both of my parents, so I know she's gonna need help. I know she's in shock right now, and I know that it's gonna take her a few days to come out of that kind of shocky feeling where your feet are back on the ground and your head's back in the game. It's gonna take a while, and then after that, it's gonna take a long while. Healing the heart is that takes sometimes a very long time, but we're just running the stream right now in support of Nuckin. So if you want to leave your good wishes and bail out to watch, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. We figured running this pool and running this live stream right now for Nuckin is the least we can do. So here we are. So, and that's the only reason we're live right now. We were going to be live earlier, and we ended up having to shut it down because we got rain. And as you know, cell phones, even ours with the cover on it, doesn't do well in the rain. So, we got a little bit of moisture on it, and you can't operate the screen. So, we decided it would be best to just not run it today, or wait till later, and then we got the word, and so here we are. But like I said, it's the least we can do. So and we want to thank everyone who's here to offer their support. Don't feel like you got to stay. This is just we're just trying to do our part. I mean, if I had a helicopter or a plane, I would offer to fly her wherever she wanted to go, free of charge right now, but I'm not a pilot and I don't have that. So we're just here to offer whatever we can. And if that means running a pool, that means running live streams, if that means spreading the word, then that's what we're going to try to get done. So, we certainly will. Yeah, the pool's on for a while, and if
It's set for 20 days.
it's set for 20 days, and after 20 days, if we need another one, or if we need a little bit more help or whatever, we'll figure it out at that point.
We'll extend it, whatever needs.
Yeah, we can always extend it or do whatever's needed. Not a problem. So, like I said, we're here to help. So,
Just for the trolls out there, we don't get a percentage. We don't get.
Yeah, we don't get anything off this. This pool, nothing comes to us. Absolutely zero. We get zero. Zero. We wouldn't take anything anyway. That's just not our style. But,
So before you troll me and
you know,
say that,
before you troll us, this is not for us. This is for Nuckin. Her mother passed away. You know, it's the least that we can do is run the pool and to make sure she has enough for right now. Because I know what that all costs. It's very expensive. You know, it's expensive to enter the world and it's expensive to leave it. So, you know, I really would like to look into the laws in Illinois for burying bodies on your own property. Um, with the amount of property here, if the laws are in accordance, I know in some counties, in some states, you can actually bury your loved ones at home.
you can take
You know,
a post hole digger.
not if you're not if you're you live in the city or in suburbs, but if you live farther out,
Take a post hole digger.
stuff you down it, right?
Drop me 6 feet down that hole and cover it up.
And plant a tree.
No, I don't want no tree.
Why not? We'll get road fruit, road apples. That's
Yeah.
what we'll call them, road apples.
Yeah, you know what road apples are.
I
don't you?
know. That's why I said we'll put an apple tree over you, and we'll just harvest road apples every year.
Yeah, that tree will really be full of shit, won't it?
Yeah, that's in some areas that's what I've read. You can make your own cemetery plat. Well, that's what they did before all these regulations. Of course, then again, back in the day, we didn't have all this commercialized whatnot, and our monetary system wasn't all well, it was, but yeah, life was not the same, a century ago, or even a half a century ago. So, excuse me for a second. Sorry. Having some barometric pressure related issues today. My joints are screaming. My bones are screaming. Yeah, we've actually, Camp Creek Cemetery right across the road from us actually had a crypt that rose up out of the ground due to, weather, decades and decades of weather. So they actually had a backhoe come and dig it, and they lifted it, resituated it deeper, and recovered it. Put new sod down, and you can't even tell. But yeah, for a while there was a whole big slab sticking up, and this is not Louisiana. We don't need to put them above ground. So, although I must say, having been to New Orleans before Katrina, those cemeteries down there are beautiful. Some of the headstones are spectacular, and the epitaphs are equally interesting. I wouldn't bet on that head on. I think it all depends upon where you live in relation to, the rest of the population. If you live out in the, BFE, your chances are better than most that you can do what you want.
Now, see, if we lived in a swamp, you could just throw them into the gators. That'd be great.
You want your body to be eaten by gators?
I don't care what happens to it when I'm done. When I'm done using it, I
Yeah,
don't care.
I suppose. Using it, Well, we all have opinions. You know what they say about them. You can. I don't know what's involved in that. Again, I think it depends upon local ordinances.
It's it's all government bullshit. Who really cares?
You know,
about
the
them?
state, the county, your, village, the township you're in, they're all different. State to state, everything is different. See, and again, uh, no two counties seem to have the same.
I just figured it out.
What?
You go commit a felony right before you're gonna die.
Okay. What? What'd you say? Go commit a felony before you die?
Yeah.
And then what?
And then they take you away and you die in prison, so they have to dispose of you.
They probably just cremate. Oh, they have to give you back to your family.
Why?
Because you're part of the prison system, not part of,
Don't ruin my idea.
not part of the military. The government doesn't own your ass when you're in prison. Well, it kind of does,
Well, don't ruin my idea.
but. Okay, dude. Anywho. Yeah, that happens, Lady Di, where, well, let's face it, most of Illinois is built upon a swamp, especially the Chicago area. That was all swamp at one point in time. So we do have a lot of wet ground around Illinois, in Illinois. We always have flood warnings here, but we're actually situated on, the higher ground here. So while we do have a fast running creek going through the property, we're on higher ground, so the likelihood of us getting a flood, an actual flood right here by the house, is pretty slim. It would have to rain for 40 days and 40 nights or something, I don't know.
Well, remember that one time it flooded all the way up to the lodge?
Okay, Minnie Nuckin, take care. If you need anything, we'll I guess you guys all handle the pool and all that, and
Just spread the link as much as you
yeah,
can.
spread the link as far and wide as you can. Thanks for coming. We hope everything is we condolences and our best to the Nuckin family, the entire Nuckin family. I don't know how else to say it because I'm not sure. I'm not gonna dox anybody. But yeah. So. Head on, no matter where you go, you go to the courthouse and they have an office for all that crap. So yeah. There's an office that handles all that. And so you can find out, whether you can actually do that or not. I'm guessing in the more tightly packed, populated areas, you probably can't get a permit to bury a body, but, in your more rural areas, I would say your chances are better.
They even
It
have
depends.
cemeteries for horses. That's ridiculous.
Well, there are pet cemeteries. There are cemeteries for horses.
That's
Yes,
true.
absolutely. There
I
are.
forgot about the pet cemetery.
Yeah, there's pet cemeteries for dogs, cats, birds, lizards, whatever your pet was. You can pay somebody to, do the whole thing, just like for humans. So.
Yeah, but there's got to be a point in time when nobody pays on it that they do something with it,
Well, there are states where you can go to get eaten by bears if that is your preference. And there are states where there are gators if that is your preference. Pissed off taxpayer, welcome. What's happening? I was kind of thinking for myself, yeah, a fruit tree or, I don't know, something pretty, maybe some roses or, I don't know, a pawpaw grove. Bury me under a pawpaw grove. How's that? That's a good fruit. So.
I don't care what you do with me.
Yeah, we're in a tiny little county here, and they don't even, they're so understaffed here, in pretty much every department that nobody really pays attention to what goes on way out here in the middle of nowhere, you know? But anyway. Oh, not a problem, Lady Di. Anytime, you know. This is kind of what we, you know, it's, like I said, it's kind of the least we can do, you know, is, you know, go live, spread the link, you know, put the pool up, make sure everything's cool, and, you know. But this is a good community, you know. For the most part, people in here are awesome. So I think Nuckin will get a lot of good support. So, and I'm really glad you guys all, you know, came in here and checked it out. All right, Lady Di, we'll see you later. Thank you. Thanks very much. He's behind me somewhere. He's busy. Well, you know, pawpaws are absolutely delicious. Apples are fine, don't get me wrong. Um, actually, an apple tree would be cool because the flowers are really pretty and they smell nice, so that would be kind of cool. Or even, how about a native rose bush? That'd be cool, too. You could just dump me under one and walk away. I don't care. I won't be there, so I won't care. Pissed off taxpayer, that will definitely get you where you want to go. He says, when I know I'm dying, I'm going to get naked, cover myself in honey, walk into the woods, and kick a bear cub.
Good idea.
That's guaranteed to get you where you want to go, and quickly, too.
Probably won't even need the honey.
Well, my guess is that the county does its damned hardest to identify remains before they are cremated. But when there is no family, I would feel fine. I would feel fine.
Yeah, you have to burn all my tattoos off me. They can't check my dental records because I pulled too many of my own teeth.
Right. Well, I can make sure the rest of them are out before they take you, if you want.
Of course.
You'll have to write that in your will so I don't get arrested for it, for mutilating a dead body. But if you want, I mean, you know.
Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll take out me and chop me all into pieces for research because I am an organ donor.
I don't understand. Well, John and Jane Doe's, I can imagine with the population of this country alone, that unidentified bodies and body parts, I mean, let's be realistic, end up in morgues across the country that are never properly identified. I think that's just part of, you know, the world we live in today. And we have to accept that, you know, that there's a lot of bad shit out there. So, all right, later, Autotron. Thanks for stopping in. I will definitely eat a bunch of burritos, swallow a large amount of magnesium before my death. My cremation will be a party.
All right, that's gotta be doing it.
It is. You guessed correctly. Ding, 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 ding. Road gets a gold star for today.
The magnesium.
It'll be fun for everyone involved. From the pickup to the drop off to whatever's next.
The magnesium gave it away. 100%.
Yes. Milk of magnesia.
Oh, I thought he said magnesium.
Oh, he did say magnesium, but milk of magnesia would work too.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking. Am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Yeah, magnesium makes it.
What's the stuff that makes you shit?
Dude, magnesium
Yeah.
burns.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
through the.
Yeah, that would be a party.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just eat a bunch of firecrackers instead.
No, that's nowhere near as good.
No?
No.
Yeah, you know what though? Yeah, that might actually be a bad idea. Okay, you're sitting at the morgue, right? They go to cremate you,
The whole place melts
and the whole
down.
place goes into meltdown, man.
That's what
People
you
could
told
get
us.
hurt, so maybe you want to eat a bunch of burritos and think about like a case of X-Lax to chase it, right? That would be a party right there. All right, I need a smoke, man. What do we got here? Very little.
There's-
I can't smoke those out of the pack.
No,
You made smokes? Dude, I just hashed with Hags, so
Okay.
I'm a little bent right now. It's okay
Fine.
though. You'll not only melt the entire oven, you'll probably burn down the entire building. That's what I would think.
More likely than not.
Maybe even the whole block. Who knows? Depends on how much magnesium you can get inside your stomach. Or
No, and tuna.
maybe it depends on which orifice you're talking about using. I don't know.
No, and tuna.
I don't really want to know.
QT fill them up from the acid too.
We'll take a funnel meant for like large equipment.
Here, Steven.
Turn
more
you upside down. You know?
More magnesium, Steven. More.
Wait a minute. Let it settle. Okay, stop. Yeah, that would be quite the party. I don't know. That's like a nuclear meltdown right there. Now, I don't know. I honestly, I mean, we're born and we begin dying that very day. And there's just no getting around it. I think the most, I think the most we can hope for is a quick ending. My grandma, for instance, she had a massive heart attack while kneeling next to her bed saying her prayers. So,
My dad
doesn't get much easier than that. Well, actually, it does. Your father died on the crapper.
Yeah, he coughed his lung
Coughed the lung up,
on the
and
toilet.
there he was.
And I had to pick him up and put him back in bed.
My parents both passed away at night in their sleep. So, another blessing,
My mom died from a brain aneurysm, and that was horrible.
That is true, Tunis. The leading cause of death worldwide is birth. It's just unfortunate that along the way there's so much suffering.
Well, with the new C-19, maybe there won't be many births anymore.
I heard about that. Johnny Road was telling me about that earlier, and I'm like, what the? Really? And I forget what the cliff notes are on that, but there's a quick answer to why that is. And I think it has to do with...
I think your answer, that was your answer, though,
What?
and it's wrong. It's
Oh,
not
my
right.
answer is wrong. I just can't think of the right one.
Right? The cool thing you missed is the explosions in the hurricane Johnny sent. That's
No, you showed me that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You showed me the
forgot.
explosions in the hurricane. That was wild.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of some other videos out there that, when you look at them again, don't look quite so right.
My brain's not working right tonight. I'm sorry.
Tunis, I want to die peacefully in my sleep so I can't hear my passengers screaming. I have read that before. That's a good one.
Note to self, don't drive with tunas.
Animals eat soft tissue first. That is correct. So eat a good meal.
Yeah, but if you run into a hyena, he'll break your bones and eat them right away.
Yeah, a hyena doesn't really care. They'll just crunch your bones. They don't care where they start from. But they usually, most carnivores start
Pig
from
will
the
get
stomach.
you all too.
Most carnivores start with the guts. That's why we always throw the gut bag when we get deer. We always throw that to the
Yeah, but a pig.
contents to the chickens, and then the rest of it to the cats.
A pig's not picky. He'll start anywhere. He'll start
a pig?
Yep. He'll start on your feet, your hands. They don't care.
I don't think alligators give a shit either, or crocodiles for that matter.
I don't have any experience with them.
With snakes, it's all head first, right?
Crocodiles and alligators would be Glenn Lambright. He'd be able to tell you.
Yeah, I don't really think they give a shit which way you go in. You go in pieces.
You know.
A lot of people who drown are wearing shoes. Oh, okay. And they get caught up in the currents, right?
Chopped off by propellers?
Well, no. The foot part stays in the shoe because most of you's eaten by sharks and shit, and they don't necessarily eat shoes.
Yeah.
You know, and
now I get it.
Yeah, unless you're in shallow water and it's not very moving, you know, it's more sedentary water.
Okay.
The little fish wouldn't pick all that out of the shoe.
Got you.
So, and that just probably is in an area in Canada where the current actually reaches the shore. Kind of, sort of, you know, comes close in where it can, you know, pitch that kind of shit toward shore.
Jenner just sent me a mega load of Jello, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So she likes them? I'm guessing yes.
Well, he sent me 12 boxes of Jello.
If he sent you 12 boxes of Jello, that's a definite she liked them. I like black cherry Jello myself.
You like anything, Pooh Bear?
That's not true. There are certain things I will not eat.
Yeah, I know.
Fast food is one.
But honey, you will consume at an alarming rate.
Oh, honey? Raw honey? Yeah, absolutely. That stuff is awesome. And it's healthy for you, too. Plus, it has natural sugar.
Yeah.
You can't beat that, really. It is a very interesting bit of information, Johnny. You know, it's like one of those strange things. Yeah.
Thanks to Tunis for showing me his pollen feeder. Now I can make my own.
And thanks to Tunis for showing Rode the pollen, what is it?
Pollen feeder.
The pollen feeder, so he can make them. That's awesome.
Out of scrap parts I have.
Yeah, out of scrap parts that we already have, so, you know. Or, Tunis, each foot was lopped off and then the shoe sank to the bottom. But yeah, that's what it means, man. Very interesting. Blue waffle is something. I won't. Yeah, don't. I don't know.
Only Jenny Googles blue waffles.
I think did I do that?
Yes, so
I
did
probably
Jenny.
just. But I don't not wait. No, I don't use Google.
No, this was.
So something different would come up on mine.
No, you did. This was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
You did the blue waffle.
Okay, I don't know.
Jenny did it recently.
I don't know.
You did it after the 2 girls, 1 cup.
That was a really long time ago. That was the first one that really made the rounds and everybody went. It was like a collective, ew, you know?
Yeah, it was a long time after that when you did the blue waffle.
Right.
Because you were leery about anything for a long time.
Dude, well, that's because of the pictures you used to send to all your friends, you know?
Yeah.
Not my thing, man. You know, like Walmart people, that kind of shit. You know, and then I realized I could be featured in somebody's Walmart people shit, so maybe I shouldn't say anything, right? Oh, Jenny, everybody, you know, if somebody sends you a link, especially if you're like totally like, you know, into different social media, you're going to click on it. It's just human nature, you know.
Jenny's never gonna forgive me for that one. Even though I told her don't do it like 5 times.
Tuna says it causes C19-like symptoms.
Right?
I was kind of the notion that pretty much anything did, Tunas. I don't know. That's what I keep hearing from people. You know. And by the things I read, I question the efficacy of the items they're using. Or I should say, I make them question it, because otherwise you wouldn't be complaining about everybody else, right? If you were all confident that, you know, your shit was working and what they did to you was fine and dandy and everything was cool, hey, you know, you wouldn't be bitching at other people about, you know, going in a different direction, I guess. I don't know. The lights affect me. They certainly don't. Actually, in their clothing department, especially in dressing rooms, and I'm not sure if this is true of Walmart, but it is true of a lot of dressing rooms, their lighting is like special. It is designed to make you look better in the shit you're trying on. And I'm not kidding either. I'm not kidding. It's just like the paint on the walls in hospitals and other public spaces, the carpeting, the music, the paint, everything, hotels, it's all chosen specifically to make people feel a certain way. You know, whether it's to spend more money or like in Vegas, they keep the lights on constantly, everything's all lit up. That's to keep the gambling, you know, make you stay awake longer. So, you know, you don't look outside, you don't see that it's Tunis. I would rather forget that one, to be honest with you. Welcome to everybody who just got here, or got here a little bit ago that I haven't mentioned. Um, the only reason we're away today, and we don't have any particulars, all we know is that her mother passed away, and so we're running a pool to give her a little bit of help to get there. I know she's in shock right now. I know, you know, or I should say, I'm pretty sure, you know, they're, you know, in the pre-stages of any kind of arrangements, you know, just getting there, and, you know, so anyway, that's why we're here. We're just doing our little part to try to help. So as far as you can spread the link and as much support as you can offer, we'll take it. So, and again, none of this goes to us. We don't get a penny out of the pool. Zip, zero, bupkis. We wouldn't take any anyway. This is all to help Nuckin. So, and I know we have a good community full of generous people. I know that, I know we'll be able to maybe make a little bit of a dent in her expenses. And I know a lot of people, even if they can't offer anything monetary, they can, you know, be there and support, offer an ear, a shoulder, you know. These are all things we need regardless of how old we are when those close to us pass. You know, it's hard. It's very hard. It's tough. It takes time. And, you know, when it first happens, it's shocking. You know, even if we see it coming for years, it's still, when it happens, it's a shock. It's a shock to the system. You know, it can't be otherwise. You know, and as the living, you know, we're left behind here to process all of it, you know, and it's hard for a lot of people, you know. It's very hard, very difficult. So, if the least we can do is run a pool and run some live streams and spread that link around, then that's the least we can do, and we'll do it. No problem, no issue. We're happy to do that. And and that's it. That's why we're here tonight. But on a lighter note, y- you know, the
Don't
subject
forget to,
matter is it's.
don't forget to say thank you to Blinky and
Yeah, I want
Jenny
to thank Blinken and Jenny and
for
Lady
dropping the
Di and
link.
everybody else who,
Well, Jenny and Blinky for dropping the link and getting it
yeah,
out.
everybody who lent a quick hand to pull this all together. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. I know Nuckin does.
Without
Without the help of all you guys, everybody who jumped right on it, man. I mean, come on, you guys are great. You guys are absolutely great. Thank you so much.
humanity will survive,
So,
even in a small number.
oh well, yeah, it gives me hope for it's this community right here. You guys give me hope. I mean, dude, when I watched Zeitgeist, the first one, for the first time, when I got to the end of it, it just kind of takes the air out of your lungs. It takes the wind right out of your sails, and you realize, fuck, it's hopeless. There is no hope. There's no hope. You can have all the faith you want, but reality is staring you in the face, and it ain't looking good, right? So, and then you can't really live like that. That's depressing. So, you drag yourself back up, and you go, you find a community like this, and it restores that hope. And you realize that you doesn't matter who your family, who shares your DNA. Doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter, who you're surrounded with at work, at home, wherever, whatever kind of people that you run into that are not great. This community right here, I've never seen people come together so fast to help out the next guy without any expectations of return anything. And yeah, that restores my faith in humanity quite a bit. There are good people out there. I think a lot more than we think. Yeah, the world is perforated by assholes and douchebags, and what are you going to do, right? But if you look for it, it's out there. So I'm adopted, Tuna, so I don't share DNA with anyone in my family, but I don't call all of my family my family. I call a lot of people that I've met along the way family because they're closer to me than some of my actual family members. But you don't have to share DNA to be family. What you have to share is love, care, empathy, trust, you know, be there for the other person when they need you. These are the things that make family. But anyway. Are you still messing with your laptop?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get it to the damn chat.
Your laptop is so slow.
I know. That's
You
because
you
I've
need to fix
neglected.
your tower.
I have neglected things for so long. It's not even funny.
You know, you are so wasteful, man. You have such gifts. Anyway. No, that's true. Family is not necessarily blood. Like I say, I come from adopted family of four, and while we were growing up, we always had a house full of extra kids. We had foster kids all the time. And when they would come, my parents would take us adopted ones aside and tell us, now look, It may seem like these guys are getting a little more than you, getting a little more attention, maybe getting an extra gift or, something they need more than you guys are getting, but you have to understand that they don't have the life that you guys have. You guys are special, man. You were chosen and you have, a great life. You want for nothing. So, and so we always learn that, sharing, that's part of life, man. Somebody out there always less fortunate, and we should always try, at least try, to do the right thing. So, family is a behavior, Blinken. You got it. You got it.
Once I learn how to edit, I'll do a thank you video to all the people.
Rhodes says once he learns how to edit, he'll put up a thank you video for everyone. He's
It's going to be a long
having an issue with his machine right now, apparently.
It's going to be a long video. I have a lot of people to thank.
Northern, welcome. Kindness begins with the understanding that we all struggle. We do. Some of us more than others, There are people out there that have it way worse. And my parents were constantly drumming that into my head when I was little. You think you got it bad? You think you had a bad day or a bad week or a bad year, or you have it bad? Always someone out there that's got it way worse than you. So be thankful. Be grateful.
All right, Peg.
Wow, Tunis. I actually, my records remain sealed.
How about we
What?
How about we end the stream and then I can run around and drop Nuckin's links and
That sounds okay to me. Whatever you want to do, babe. It's up to you.
then I can run around and drop links in a couple of chats.
I could actually use a little bit of time sitting
I
on my
have.
butt because my back is killing me, but
I can
whatever.
hit a couple channels I have wrenches in and see if they'll let me drop links for Nuckin.
Okay.
A lot of people are getting kind of weird about that lately.
What?
About dropping links for people because there's so many people scamming you, man.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
I know. I would like to think that this community here knows, and everyone that follows you or knows who you are knows that we would never do that. We would never throw a pool up to scam people out of money. We do things for ourselves if we can. If we need help, we'll ask for it,
There's been a
But
giant influx of scammers.
where there's a place like this, you're always going to have trolls and scammers. That's just how it is,
Yeah, but it's been.
Well, it gets tough to wade through them all after a while,
Exceedingly insane the last
Has it?
2 years. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm glad this community kind of pulled together, tightened its links, so to speak, But so I guess we're gonna drop it for now, and I hope we've helped a little bit here. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you guys. Thank you guys, all of you. Thank you very much for hanging in there with us. Thank you for donating if you're donating. Thank you for any support you've offered or will offer. I know Nuckin will appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Run to her channel, leave a comment on one of her videos.
She's gonna, Rhoda is a she, right? Okay.
Oh, I'm a pretty boy.
You're a pretty boy. Yeah.
Pretty boy.
Yeah, you're my pretty boy. Anyway.
Kind of funny.
We're gonna call it a night and say goodbye for now, and that will give Rhoda an opportunity to tiptoe hither and yon and use his little YouTube powers to drop links and maybe help out even more. So we'll see what we can get accomplished. So
maybe some people will let me drop links. We'll see.
Maybe some people will let him drop links, and that will be helpful too. So thanks a lot, you guys. Again, thank you, and we appreciate it. Everybody, I hope you guys all have a good evening or a good morning, whichever it is for you.
Spread the word around.
Spread the word. Drop the link if you can. And we'll see you next time on the most boring live stream to hit YouTube. And tune in for another episode is about all I can say. Night, y'all. Have a better day than we're having. And thank you. Thank you very, very much. Good night. And we're gone. Peace to y'all.